Hey guys, welcome back to AIR Reptile Rescue. This next video, I'm actually going to introduce you to one of them that I haven't shown you in any of my videos yet. He's called a fancy hamster, which is basically just an offset of the Syrian hamsters, but he doesn't have the long hair like a Syrian does. He's adorable. I fell in love with him. My other half kept on telling me no, we couldn't have him, and then her cat passed away, and I still got my way and got the hamster I wanted, even though she was getting a hamster. But so we both are happy with that one. But we're actually going to introduce you to him real quick, and then I'm going to get into the video for you guys on what this video is. So let's head over there, check him out. I'm probably going to disturb him because he's probably sleeping, but you know what? Yeah, what the heck. Come here, you little third. Come here, you little third. Come here. Yes, guys, hamsters are pretty quick little boogers, but...
not as fast as the gerbil.
No, gerbils are a lot faster. That's one of the reasons I don't like handling gerbils, because they get away from you so quick and they're so hard to catch. But this right here is Bandit. For the adults that watch my channel, yes, I have Smokey as my cat. My other half decided that his name was going to be Bandit because of the fact of Smokey and the Bandit, the TV show. For you kids, whenever your parents feel that you're old enough and it's appropriate time for you to watch Smokey and the Bandit, your parents will most likely let you see it. But it's an awesome show. It's an old show, but it is a good one. But guys, this is Bandit. He's actually very, very tame compared to most hamsters whenever they're in a new environment. But
He might come check out the camera. He's pretty curious.
You want to see what the camera is? He's like, no.
Hi, baby.
See, I'm trying to see back to my cage. Can I have kisses? Thank you. Oh, boy. So, we're going to set him back in there, guys, because he was rested. Let him run around for a little bit and go back to sleeping.
Oh, we have the lights on, so it's confusing him.
Yeah, with hamsters, they're nocturnal, just like your snakes are. So, they sleep during the day, so whenever you have your lights on in your house, they're going to think it's daytime, and they're going to think it's time to sleep. So, don't be alarmed if you see them sleeping a lot. It's not unusual for them. A lot of times, actually, hamsters, what they'll do is even at night, whenever it's nighttime, and they're not being active, it's most likely that they went and they filled their bellies and decided, okay, it's time to sleep again. Good night. So, don't get alarmed if they're not very active. Because once they get full on food, they will sleep. Now, on to our next video. Like I mentioned in the last one, this is the daily care requirements for your kingsnake. Some of the things are pretty similar to the other snakes that I've mentioned in my past videos, but there are some differences too. There's going to be 3 steps in here that I want you guys to take very seriously, and I'll explain why a little bit on why these 3 steps are so important for your kingsnake's health. The first one, like I mentioned before, with their enclosure size and stuff like that, and having the proper size terrarium for them to be in, with an adult kingsnake, you're going to want about a 20 to 30 gallon terrarium. But don't think that, okay, I can just lay a lid on top and it's going to be fine. No, please get a secured locking lid. If you have to get the lid clips, you have to get a sliding lid that you can put a pin in it and lock it. Please make sure it's secured at all times if you're not handling that snake. Due to the fact that they are great escape artists and they are so quick that you can turn around 1 second and that enclosure is not securely locked. And that snake will find its way up out of that enclosure. By the time you turn around, it will have already escaped with how quick they are. So So please make sure that you have a secured locking lid on your enclosure for your king snake. Like I said, they're very easily escape artists and very quick about doing it. Now, like I mentioned about the 3 steps that I want you guys to really pay attention to, is these next 3 steps. With king snakes, their humidity needs to be in the range of 40 to 60% humidity. You go above that or below that, they're going to be uncomfortable and not want to eat. They're not going to shed properly. So always remember 40 to 60%. I usually range right about 50% if I was to own a king snake. So it's right in the middle. I don't have to worry if it goes down a little bit or it goes up a little bit. I'm still in that range. Temperatures. Here's where it gets unique. With temperatures, their temperatures should be between 75 and 85 degrees. But, their temperature shall not exceed 88 degrees. It gets too hot for them, they get overheated. It's just like us if we were to get overheated and get way too hot with our body temperature. You can have a heat stroke and cause you to get sick. Same thing with your king snake. Their bodies are sensitive to the excessive heat. So do not let it get over 88 degrees. With the heat, with their humidity temperatures and stuff like that, I usually look at what their humidity is supposed to be. I go to the middle of the range numbers that they have. Like I said, it's 40 to 60% on humidity. I usually say, okay, 50% is where your humidity needs to be for me. That's where I'm comfortable at having my snake's humidity at, because it's right in that middle range. Now, with the temperatures being 75 to 85, I'm comfortable saying, okay, your temperature's at 80 degrees. I'm comfortable right there. It goes down a little bit. As long as it doesn't get below 75, I'm happy. If it goes a little bit up above 80, I'm still happy, because it's in that 75 to 85 range. Sorry, my phone's deciding to be crazy on the other end. I got a new phone today so I can do better videos for you guys. But, like I said, their temperatures should not exceed 88 degrees. So please remember that. Please keep that in very, very close, under close watch. Because like I said, if you get it too hot for them, they're going to get uncomfortable and start to get sick and possibly get heat stroke or heat exhaustion, and it will harm your snake. Now, king snakes, what's unique is these guys are not like your ball pythons and all that, where they don't have to have the daylight and all that. But your king snake does. Your king snake needs 8 to 12 hours of daylight. So say if you were living here at my home and you had a king snake, like if I had one right now and it's the middle of the day or I'm waking up in the morning, I'm going to throw open the blinds or the curtains, but I'm going to have my snake's enclosure right there by the window so that they can get that daylight from outside that they need. So they can get the 8 to 12 hours. Now, whenever I open the blinds or the curtains, I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to set it for 8 hours from now. Whenever the 8 hours time's up, I'm going to close the blinds or the curtains back. Then I know for sure they've had their time of daylight they need. With me, I'd probably actually set it at 10 hours because it's right there between the 8 to 12 range, and be comfortable. I know some areas you may not get a full 10 hours, 12 hours of sunlight each day. But if not, what I recommend is getting a heat lamp, like one of the basking lamps that you usually get for like lizards or other snakes, and get a bulb that produces like a daylight type effect, and get that and keep it on for 8 to 12 hours. So if you don't have a room that has your reptiles in it that has windows, you still have that lamp that's providing a daylight type deal for your snake to be get its hours of daylight that it needs. But make sure that after that 8 to 12 hours, you turn it off and let them know, okay, that's it. It's nighttime. It's time to go rest or whatever. The next thing, can't stress this enough, due to the fact that it really goes for any reptile that you get. This is the key thing for these guys. It's going to keep them healthy. Always provide clean water on a daily basis. You don't have to do it 2, 3, 4 times a day. At least once a day, change their water. Give them fresh, clean water. With snakes, I always recommend actually using warm water, because if your snake is on the cool side and they don't want to actually go to the hot side, but they want to go soak, and you have your water bowl right in the middle, then they're going to go in it, and that water's warm, and they're actually going to be able to relax a little bit better. But if that water's too cold or it's too hot, they're not going to want to stay in there. So give them warm water. But make sure you're changing that daily, because you don't know if maybe they got a piece of substrate they went in to soak, and that dirt from the substrate's in their water. They go to drink that water, they're going to get sick from it. So just remember that. Daily water changes is the best for these guys. The next thing is basically the same thing as the other snakes that I've mentioned too. Always spot check to see if your snake has used the bathroom. If you haven't seen that, go to my daily care requirements for ball pythons and how to spot clean and all that. I have those videos. I think it's like a 2-part. And I actually show you in the video how to actually spot clean your enclosure and how to check to see if they've used the bathroom. Now, if you find any spots where it seems like they've used the bathroom, if it looks like they peed or pooed, take it out of there. The quicker you get it out, the less chance your snake has of getting the bacteria from it and becoming sick. So try to get that cleaned out as soon as you can. As soon as you see it, get it out of there. The cleaner the enclosure, the happier and healthier your snake can be. Now with king snakes, one of the things you want to do, no matter what, is once you get that king snake into that new enclosure, make a calendar and say, okay, I put you in this enclosure today with brand new bedding and everything. It's already clean. Make a calendar, mark a month from that day, and keep marking each month. And whenever you go and see that month pop up, clean the entire enclosure, which means wipe it down, sanitize it, change out the bedding, make sure all their decorations and hides and all that are sanitized and cleaned, or any decorations are clean and sanitized. This is very particular for the king snakes due to the fact that, like I said, it's really any snake I'd rather do this with, because of the fact that it's going to keep them healthy a lot longer. You're going to get a longer longevity out of your snake. So remember to clean their enclosure once a month. If you're like me with OCD, I'm usually like spot cleaning. Like I'll take my snake out for a while, put them into a quarantine tub, and I will actually wipe down the glass of their enclosure, even though it's just water. With tap water, they usually use chlorine in it, but I will take a paper towel and kind of wet it. Not too wet to where it's like sopping wet, but just wet enough to where it's going to clean. And I will wipe the inside of my enclosures to wipe the glass and all that. One, I want my snakes to be healthy and happy, so that's why I make sure I'm on top of the cleaning. I'm very OCD about that, so that's one of the reasons I push the issue of making sure that you are cleaning the enclosures properly and daily, due to the fact that you give that chance of that bacteria to set in, your snake's going to get sick. Also, with king snakes, they're not like ball pythons. Once they reach adulthood, their feeding should stay the same as whenever they're juveniles or babies. Ball pythons, whenever they get to a certain size, you can usually spread their feedings out. Like with Patty, I feed her once a week. She's my smallest ball python. With my two bigger ones, they're once every 2 weeks. So with a king snake, feed them once a week. Basically, their prey size, if I'm not wrong, I'll mention that I think in the proper feeding. But their prey size, as far as rodents in captivity, should be the same about a ball python, 1 to 1.5 times their body size. In the middle section of their body, the roundness of their body, it should be about 1 to 1.5 times that size. We talked about how to tame down your snake and what it takes to get them very tame and docile. This is the next step that really goes for any snake that you have or any reptile.
Monique.
Handle your snakes or reptiles daily. Daily handling, at least 30 minutes a day, is key.
Monique. Come on, girl.
But daily handling is going to help you tame down your snake. Really, Rex Michael?
Rex wanted to say hi.
Rex wanted to say hi.
I think Momo wants to say hi.
Momo.
You trying to say hi, baby?
But remember, daily handling is going to help you tame down your reptile. I can never stress it enough. I always fuss at my other half because there's days where she's like, oh, well, I don't feel good. I'm sorry, but even if you're not feeling well, if you know it's something that you can't pass on to your snake, handle them daily. I'm always fussing at her, telling she needs to handle. That's the only way to actually calm them and tame them down. We're going to wrap up this video, guys. In the next one, I'm going to talk about the proper handling of your king snake. So please stay tuned for that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification, click all, so whenever I post new videos, you get a notice saying, hey, there's a new video posted, would you like to view it? Please do, because I love doing this for you guys. Not just that, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section or find me on Facebook at AIR Reptile Rescue, and I'll answer any questions or comments. Even if it's just a thank you, it's very informational and educational for me to help me out. That means a lot to me, guys. So, if you just say thank you, I'm going to reply back thanking you for your comment. I do show my appreciation to all of my subscribers and all of my commenters. So, keep the comments coming. Thank you so much. But if you comment, please keep it age appropriate. There are children that watch this. There are children that see my videos. And a lot of them, even with the younger kids, my 5-year-old could probably see this and actually be able to read what you're writing. And I'm sorry, but if it's not age appropriate, I will have to block you. And I don't want to block anybody. I want you guys to be able to comment and ask questions. If you don't feel it's age appropriate, get at me on Facebook, and I'll answer your questions through Messenger on there. I'm more than happy to help you. But if it's not age appropriate, then let's do it through private messages, and I can answer all questions. But if it is age appropriate, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer those too. But like I said, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much. Y'all support means a lot to us.
Get out the cat litter box.
Sorry. Some reason dogs have the tendency of liking to go into the kitty boxes, and yeah. It's not the cutest thing. But we like actually having you guys come to our videos, so thank you so much, and hopefully you enjoyed seeing Bandit and meeting him. You guys have met Monique. Y'all know of all my other babies that I have here. But thankfully, we were able to get a hamster that my fiance loves, so that's what matters. And we're both happy with him, so it's all good. But if you guys have anything, let me know. I'm more than happy to help you out. So thank you guys so much again. Good night from AIR, where we love what we do what we love, And like we say here in the South, y'all come back now and check out the rest of our videos.